television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG.
Yes, yes.
Remember the go. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go.
Yes, yes, what's good, world? It's your boy Rapper Rico Bee in the building. This is YTG TV.
Television. Remember the go.
Today we got Rico Bee coming to the stage.
Remember the go. YTG, YTG, television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Remember the go.
I don't know what's going on. Let's go.
Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, television. Remember the go.
I don't know, maybe you got bad service or something. I don't know what's going on.
YTG, YTG, television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go. YTG, YTG, 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 television. Television. Remember the go.
About to see what's going on. What's good? It's your boy Rapper Rico Bee in the building. This is YTG TV.
Television, married to ghost. YTG, 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 television. Television, married to ghost. YTG, 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 television, married to ghost. YTG.
Yo, what's good with it?
It's good.
You must be working or something, man. I like being on time. We 2 minutes late now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm playing with you. What's good? Let the people know where you from.
I'm from DFW, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Rico Bee, Rizzy B, DFW, Texas. You can look me up, Rizzy B21 on all platforms. You can look me up on Rico Bee. If you go on Google, you'll find all my music and everything on there.
All right. So, what got you into doing music?
I started doing music in 2016. Basically, when I got out of college, I was playing football, but instead of playing football, I felt myself at a different calling. I was always freestyling in the locker room and everything like that. So, and I felt like I had a bigger story to tell. So I just ended up telling my story through my music.
Right. So, what inspired you to keep going with music? Because you said you started at 2016.
Yeah, I started in 2016. Originally, and it's funny because I started out in a group with my brother. I started out in a group called Ted Gang, TEDGANG.
Right.
So yeah, I started out in Ted Gang with my brother. He was the DJ and I was the rapper, but he also rapped as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what made me keep going was, I guess, the notoriety I was getting at parties and stuff from the people from the city in Dallas. So I kept going after that. I just kept going.
Right. Do you do your own production, or you work with different producers from the city, or?
I work with different producers from the city. I'll go majority of the time when it comes to production. I also went to a school called Media Tech. Media Tech started out as just a music studio. But it's not. It's a well-known music studio. A bunch of artists have worked there. The studio has a bunch of plaques and albums. Destiny Child's recorded there along with the Teachers. Little Twist, which is a Young Money artist.
Mm-hmm.
His his lawyer owns the building, so he's the one who actually turned that place into a school.
Okay.
So I want to give a big shout out to that school because they taught me how to engineer and everything, and actually pursue my career further than I wanted to. Because at that point, I was actually thinking about stopping, but when I went to that school, they showed me multiple sides of the business. So that's how I learned from them, and I learned that a lot of that school has a lot of producers there. So I worked with a lot of them as well. Basically, a lot of people in the DFW area work with a lot of those producers now. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of them still have big names. What's a good artist that came out of that school? I'm trying to think, good artist. It's so much. There's so many artists that it slips my mind sometimes. But yeah, but they've worked on a lot of projects. Like I said, they worked on Destiny Child's project. There, they worked on. They helped Soldier Boy on the project up there. Even a lot of R&B artists as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's the plaques are just it's just a lot of plaques on the walls up there. So, and I also work at a studio. I worked in a studio in Houston. They help with a lot of current artists that are making a name for themselves out of Houston. Travis Scott, Don Toliver. What's another artist they've worked with? They've even helped Migos back when they were all still together out of Houston.
Oh, that's sweet.
Uh, Megan Thee Stallion, a lot of the female artists are from out of that area. So yeah.
Right, right. So when it comes to your music, what is the feeling you get from it? Like what is the feeling do you want to get other people you want other people to get from it?
Basically, from my feeling, from my music, I want everybody to know that you can always just tell your story because everybody has a story to tell. Just let your story be known. Let people know how you feel. Just have everybody feeling like a good time. That's how I feel about my music. Just, my music is to encourage people to tell a story. Stuff like that. That's what it's for.
Right, right. Who have you what who have you worked with like that's from the city, far as feature wise or things like that from your city?
Uh, from my city. So my producer, his name is Campaign, engineer producer Campaign. I've worked with him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I've worked with him a lot. That's mainly who I work with from the city. I've always been going to him. He's actually really wise. I work with another artist right now. His song is actually really really viral. It has a lot of people dancing. His name is Johnny Damn D.
Mm-hmm.
He has a dance out called Ben. It's actually a lot of kids are doing that dance. It's very viral on TikTok. Doing the Ben dance. Yeah, he helped mold my career from the beginning as well. When I first started going to studios, I started going to him because he started out as an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And rest in peace to his girlfriend or ex girlfriend, whatever, who passed away. Her name is Enchanting. She was signed to 1017 with Gucci Mane,
Oh, I
and
know who you talking about. I know.
yeah, him, yeah, his girlfriend was Enchanting. Yeah, rest in peace to her.
Dang. R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Who like all right, who would you like to have a feature with that's signed? Like what is your dream feature?
Um. Okay, so this is actually crazy. I actually have a song. I did a feature with the Migos before they were big.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I did it before they were big because I used to travel to Atlanta a lot in the beginning stage of my career before they were like a real big name. I got a feature with them, but like any other artist I would do a feature with would probably be Travis Scott. Who else? Don Toliver. A lot of the newer artists are making noise. Moneybag Yo, I would work with
Mm.
him. Um, who else? From my city, I would probably say I would work with Big X the Plug. He's a very great artist. He's from my city as well.
Oh,
He's
okay.
from Big X the Plug. He's a really good artist. I would work with him. Like I said, I'm open to working with anybody that's just interested in working and making music. That's what I'm interested in. I don't really have a strong set preference. Like I said, anybody that wants to make music and just have fun, like and love creating, that's who I'm interested in working with. Also Kevin Gates. That's another person who inspired a lot of my career too. I'd work with him for sure.
I like that. I like that. All right. I like to show love on this show. So name 10 artists from your city that's not signed that has good music.
10 artists that aren't signed.
From your city, yeah.
Okay. Um, that's hard because a lot of them are starting to get signed. So, uh, whew, that's hard. Let me think. Yeah. For the artists that I would work with,
No, no,
or artists that I want to
this just showing love. 10 of the
just
hottest
showing
artists
that.
from your city. Yeah.
Like I said, it's hard for me to name drop all of them. There's so many of them out here. Basically, anybody that they show love to on a list, I would say any of them, like any artist,
Mm-hmm.
anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. So like I said, any artist that I see that is working really hard out of this city, I appreciate them, and I'm gonna give them their flowers right now. I'm not gonna give a name. Like I said, I can't name drop 10 of them right now because there's so many in our city, and a lot of them are starting to get signed. So
All
I just
right, I feel
appreciate
it.
people putting in a lot of work. And yeah,
All
like I
right,
said,
the 10 hottest producers in your city.
10 hottest producers out of my city. Uh, what's it called? What's his name? I think Jay White. I know he does. He did a beat. He does beats for Gucci Mane. What's his name? He did the double XL. His name's I think Sick with It. Yeah, Sick with It. He did a double XL. He did a beat for the what was that? The double XL that had Kodak Black and 21 Savage. I
Mm-hmm.
like him. He did. They said that was a terrible beat, but I feel like they just didn't write to it. Kodak Black, 21 Savage, Little Uzi. Who all else was there at that time? Little Yachty. Yeah, that was that was a phenomenal 20 XL. I mean double XL. So I appreciate them as well.
Right.
Um, what you call it? Another who else from my city? Who else from my city? Ooh. Oh, Digital University. The Digital Norm. That's the one who made the beat for Johnny Damn D. The Ben. I love his beats. His beats are amazing. He
Mm-hmm.
also helped. Yeah, he helped also with the Throw That Ass in a Circle. That song that's
Okay.
out there. Yeah. So yeah, I like that. Yeah. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else is a good producer that I would work with out here? Um, who else? Who's got a big name? Some of them I don't even know are from Dallas until like later on. Like I said, I didn't even know Jay White was from Dallas.
Damn.
Uh, the one that made Bodak Yellow for Cardi B, he's from out here. I would
Damn.
work with him. Yeah, I was like, we got a lot of talent out here in the DFW. That's why I said it's a big melting
Yeah,
pot. But
I can
yeah.
understand it. It's hard to name
Yeah, it's
for
so like
sure.
I said, it's so hard to name because there's so many out here. But like I said, I just appreciate the work that they're putting in. So I like it. I like that about them.
What is your favorite part of the process? Is it the writing, the performing, the recording, the producing? What's your favorite part? And why?
Uh, my favorite part. My favorite part is probably the writing because for you to write, like any type of writing, any type of writing always takes a process. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think it's easy to just come up with your ideas and put them on paper, but or even put them in your phone. But that's not. It's not easy at all. Like that's why I like the writing process because it's the start of the idea of whatever you're coming up with. You're
Right.
about to tell your story. You're about to create a process that's about to make that you're finally letting out. It's basically like speaking for the first time.
Right.
That's why I like when people write music or whatever because it's like you're speaking for the first time. It's like a brand new, fresh idea.
I feel that. I feel that. Who who inspires you to keep? Who inspires you? Like, what artists or family member, whatever, inspires you in your life?
Um, a lot. So my biggest inspiration, like an artist that I listen to a lot that inspires me. I would say Kevin Gates is probably enough. Kevin Gates definitely is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely, yeah, because if you listen to Kevin Gates and Eminem, if you listen to a lot of their songs, and I tell a lot of people this, I was like, if you feel like you're down or you don't want to continue with something, those are the two top artists that you need to go to. That's going to help you, keep going even when you feel like you want to give up. Like those two artists right there, because like I tell people, even when you watch 8 Mile, I can watch 8 Mile all day, every day. I was like, if you watch 8 Mile from the beginning of the movie till the end, I let people know, like, when watching that movie, you'll think all that happened in like a year or something. That movie, all that happened in 1 week. All that happened in 1 week. He lost the battle Friday, and next Friday he had to battle those guys again after choking and being embarrassed. So you can turn, basically, that movie shows me you can turn your whole situation around in 1 week,
Right.
no matter what you're going through. So that's why I appreciate that. Kevin Gates, a lot of his songs are uplifting, so I like a lot of his music too, because it's like no matter what you're going through, you can always, same thing, you can always change your situation and do not really care what people are saying about you, and protect your peace. That's one thing he always preaches, and I appreciate hearing that as well.
Right. Right. So in your city, right? I know it
Yeah.
got to be a lot of places to perform.
Yes.
So have you been able to perform out there, or have you performed yet?
Yeah, I performed in like the beginning of my career. I haven't performed a lot lately. I think the last time I performed was like 2022 or
Mm-hmm.
2023. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I performed a lot. Where was that at? I performed at Digital University. I performed at Club Fuchsia when I was first at the beginning of my career. In Deep Ellum, I think it's like Club Rhino or whatever. That's where a lot of people were going for open mics. I performed there as well. What was this other club I went to? There was a club in Deep Ellum I performed at. Deep Ellum is our cultural arts district out here in Dallas. I performed there as well.
All right. Where you at? It looked like you at the lake or something in the
Oh
background.
no, no, I'm not at a lake or nothing. I'm at the airport.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So I think you already said your favorite artist is Kevin Gates. I take it.
Kevin Gates. Yeah, Kevin Gates is like my number one. But when it comes to like, that's like my number one today's artist. But I like a lot of old school artists as well. Like I love Run DMC. Like I
Mm-hmm.
can watch Fresh Groove all day. I love the Fat Boys. Believe it or not, like I love that as well. Like I said, I like a lot of old school hip hop too. Sometimes I like with me, it'll be all over the place because some one minute I might be listening to something from today, and then I might cut it onto something from way back then, and they'll be like, some people that are with me, they won't understand. Like, whoa, what is that? Like, who's that? I'm like, yeah, y'all don't know about that. I like to listen to like some older California music. I listen to Spice One, EA Ski. Who's another artist that I listen? I listen to Drew Down.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I like to take it back then. I listen to Cypress Hill. I like Too Short. I like what's his name? I like DJ Quick. I was just listening to him. High C from
Mm-hmm.
California. I like listening to him as well. So yeah, those are my favorite artists. Like I said, I'm all over the place.
Right. Right. So who? Shoot! I just had it. Just had it. Don't mind me. Sometimes I'm forgetful of my questions. Have you ever did like rap battles or anything like that?
Have I ever did a rap battle?
Yeah.
No, it's something I would want to try. This is something I would want to try. I have a family member that's actually like a well-known rap battle, but I don't talk to him like that.
What's his name?
Arsenal,
Oh, for real?
yeah, Big Ars, yeah. From that's originally where I'm from, is Watts, California. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's my family. That's family right there.
Where can the people find the music?
I'm on all platforms. Like I said, you can go if you literally just go on Google and type in my name, RICOBEE, everything will pop up. So Rico B, just go on Google and type in Rico B. Even ask AI if you don't understand, just go to AI and look up Rico B, RICOBEE, and all everything about me is gonna pop up. All my information about me, anything you need to know about me is gonna pop up. The day I was born to when I started my career, all of it is on there on Google. Once you go on Google and just type in my name, RICO space BEE, and everything's gonna show up.
If a person was trying to look for you, right, or was trying to describe your sound,
Yes.
who would they compare it to, if they could?
Uh, so a lot of people, whenever they compare my music, like when I've had comparisons, I've heard E40. Who else have I heard like people compare my music to? I've heard E40. I've heard. I think who else I've heard. Mostly is always I've always heard E40. I've heard E40. I've heard Kevin Gates on some songs. Um, who else? I'm trying to think who else have I gotten compared to. Um, who else? Like I said, and like QC, not really like a what you call. They compared me to QC, like
Mm.
the label QC, like all the people that were on the label at the time, like Migos, Rich the Kid, Skipper the Flipper, Pee Wee Longway. A lot of people thought I was from Atlanta because of that, but no, I'm not from Atlanta. But yeah, I've worked with those guys, and but so they've compared me to even that as well.
Okay. What is one of your favorite lines that you wrote?
One of my favorite lines that I've ever wrote was um, one of my favorite lines I ever wrote was probably in my song "Big Weight." I wrote in there about yeah, I wrote in the song "Big Weight." Um, I said I've hustled and what did I say? I hustled and grinded and been on that map. And then I said map. I said money. That's when I said map. I said map is like an acronym, and I was like, that's money and power.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I've said that in my song. Also, another thing that I put was in my song UFO. The hook for UFO. You would think the song is talking about like what's called unidentified flying object. That's what a lot of people think. That's what UFO stood for.
Mm-hmm.
But UFO, I changed it from unidentified flying object to upgraded from others. That's what.
Okay. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I like that. If people if people wanted to like book you or do a feature with you, how would they contact you?
They would just have to contact my email. My email is on all my pages. So I have like two emails, but one of them for personal and the other one is for any business related. Just email me at rizzybell.rb@gmail.com. So that's rizzybell.rb@gmail.com.
What is your favorite part? What is your favorite part about doing music? What is your favorite part about it? I
My
think you
favorite part about
answered it already, but I want to get it again.
My favorite part about doing music is always gonna, like I said, the writing, because that's the my favorite part is the writing, because that's the creative process. Like I said earlier, it's the creative process. So it's basically, like I said, you're getting it out from. It's basically your first time actually putting something to paper
Mhm.
and actually getting your idea out there instead of just keeping it inside.
When it comes to when you writing, like, do you listen to other stuff or do you just focus on the beat or you do it without a beat? How you do it?
Um, I do it with the beat all the time. I listen to the beat most of the time, even with the beat, because this is I've always most beats that I've always gotten have been named already. So I'll take the name for that beat, and then once I take the name for that beat, I'll use that name and use the subject. Sometimes I might change it. Sometimes I might actually change the song, but most of the time, whenever the name that they send me the beat for, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that name for the beat. Like, say I got a beat called Heartbreak. I'm gonna
Right.
take the subject matter from that beat and actually break it down and start writing about heartbreaks.
Right. Right. So what would you tell someone, you know what I'm saying, that's just starting out and trying to do music? Like what would you tell them to keep them motivated to keep going?
What I tell them to keep going is same thing I tell myself. Like, if you're not gonna take it serious, then don't even try it. If you're not gonna take it serious, like if you're not gonna take it serious, don't try it. Just put your all into it. Don't let anybody stop you. You know, just live up to what you want to do, because at the end of the day, you make your own name for yourself.
Right, right. So how do you handle like criticism?
How do I handle criticism?
Yeah.
How do I handle criticism? Most of the time, like I ignore it, I laugh it off or whatever, because I know, like I said, and so like in the beginning of my like career, not even in the beginning of my career, like towards like now, because I took a long hiatus. A lot of people don't even know like their favorite artist that they'll like. We had an artist that passed away, and their favorite artist used to listen to my music all the time and be like they like it. So
Hmm.
like sometimes when people criticize it, they don't even know that the artists that they're working with or people that they work with are people that I've worked with in the past, or
Right.
and they so like they might like somebody now and be like, oh yeah, this dude is really really good. They don't know that I've already worked with that person before. I was like, I'm just now getting back, so they'll think like, oh, you're just a new artist, you don't know anything. I'm like, nah, I've been doing this for a minute. Like I've
Right.
been doing this. Like I said, I started in 2016. I was like, your favorite artist, even artists that passed away from our city, like I've worked with that person before,
Right.
so that's kind of odd. I was like, if your favorite artist like my music but you don't like it, that's kind of weird, you know. And if you don't like it, let me know like what don't you like about it, because nowadays people just sit there and be like, oh, this is trash. Like,
Hmm.
what's trash about it? If you can't tell me what's trash about it, then you're just basically being a hater. You got to be able to tell somebody. Like me, I'll tell you if I don't like something. You know, when you go to a restaurant, I take it just like how like going to a restaurant or going to a movie. If you don't like something, tell me what you don't like about it. Like,
Right.
what don't you like about it? Because the person can't get better if you don't tell me what you don't like about it. Because if you don't tell me what you don't like about it, I'm just going to assume that you're hating.
Right. Facts. Do you have a lot of haters?
Do I have a lot of haters?
Yeah.
I have. No, I wouldn't say a lot. I have some here, some there. Like I said, a lot of them are coming out of the woodwork because they're seeing that I came back out of nowhere,
Hmm.
and they all think that I'm new. Like it's been people that like I've literally even like recently I had a person that I was sitting next, like I've been in the same studio as this person, and and then later on they'll say something like, "Oh, your music's trash." I was like, why didn't you say nothing when I was in the studio right there next to you? I was like, that says a lot more about you than does me. I was like, I was right next to you. You could have said it right then and there, and I would have just asked a question. What didn't you like about it?
Right.
Yeah, but instead you wait for me to leave, or I'm not around you for like a year. Now it's a whole different story.
Right.
Makes
Right.
zero sense.
So how much music do you got out right now?
Right now I've dropped. Oh, so before 2022, I had from 2016 to 2022, I had four projects. I
Hmm.
have my first, and this is just from me, not even with my group. So I have Juice God. That was my first album that I put out. Juice God. The second one was an EP. It was Music God. Then I had Space God. I called those the Godly series. After Space God, what was that? Music God, Juice God, Space God. Um, I did Shooting Stars. That came out 2022 or 23. That's my album. That was probably my best project I put out. It was 13 songs,
Hmm.
and then I'd have, and then I have two singles that I released this year. I released a song called "Look Back at It." Um, what else did I do? I re-released the song that I did with the Migos called "Money Up." I
Hmm.
re-released that one, and I did what's another song? Oh, and I did a song called "Hypers."
Okay.
Yeah, those are all three of the projects I released this year.
That's fire. That's right. And which one is your favorite?
Right now, my favorite was probably "Look Back at It."
Mm-hmm.
"Look Back at It" is my favorite because I made that. That's the first song I actually made for
Strip club.
ladies. Yeah, strip club ladies. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's the one I listen to. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I listen to. Cause I think that one's on your page.
Yeah, that's the one that's on my page. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
getting a lot. It's getting a lot of attention from the ladies. A lot of them are posting videos to it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that your first strip club type song? It seemed like it is.
Yeah, that's my first strip club type song.
So what made you want to write that?
I
You was
just
at
noticed
strip
like,
club.
yeah, no, I wasn't in the strip club. I noticed that I had put a lot of music out, and I'm like, dang, like no artist can really call yourself an artist if you hadn't put nothing out for the ladies. Like even Rod Wave got to make something for the ladies. Like, come on, like you can make all this pain music, but somewhere along the line you got to make something for the ladies. So I
Right.
made that for the ladies.
For sure. For sure. So look back at it. Right.
Yeah.
What What's the hook? It's just look back at it, or is there
Yeah.
some?
Oh no, it's like when you throw it, look back at it, and then underneath, you can hear me say, "Yeah, she get it from her mama."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cover for that, I made the cover kind of like Two Live Crew or whatever, but it's just three. If you notice that, that's like
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be like Two Live Crew or whatever like that. I was trying to do so. My next album that I'm working on is gonna be like more party type songs or whatever. Because I always put out a lot of like street stuff and a lot of stuff for people. I'm telling a lot of my story and stuff for
Right.
dudes that went through stuff that I went through. But instead, I was like, I'm gonna put out a party album, you know. But then I was like, well, I'm gonna go back to that my original later on. But I was like, right now, I want to experiment and try other things as well.
So you said you been through a lot, like street stuff wise. Like,
Yeah.
let the people know a little bit of your story.
All right, so my story, shit, where do I start? Okay, so as a young kid, like I stayed in trouble as a young kid, like not just like small little trouble here and there. Like it was, I stayed in major trouble. I was on probation till I was 21.
Hmm.
I got in trouble when I was 12, and I got put on probation till I was 21. I got in. I brought drugs to my school.
Damn.
I brought drugs to my school, which is a felony. So yeah, I got locked up for 3 months for that, or whatever. I got locked up for 3 months for that. After I got locked up for 3 months, my mom had to use her rent money to make sure that I got out.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, she had to use the rent. I was just staying. I was just wild and staying at like Boosie said. I was thugging so hard. We did not need cable like at all.
Hmm.
Definitely, yeah. And it's not nothing I'm proud of. Like I said, I've grown out of it or whatever. But you know, sometimes, like I said, we live and we learn throughout the years.
Right. I feel that. I feel that. So what you got to say to a young man? Because you said you was on probation. You said from 12. Did you say 12 to 21?
Yeah, 12 to 21.
Damn. What the hell did
Yeah, I
you
know that was a
do?
long time. That was a long time. Well, no, because I kept getting in trouble at that time. Yeah, I kept getting in trouble at that time. And since I kept getting in trouble at that time or whatever, that's when the charges kept stacking up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess that's way better than being locked up from 12 to 21.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
was on probation for that long. I was put on ankle monitors and everything like that.
so they just kept you in the house. They ain't let you go nowhere.
I mean, I would still find ways out. But yeah. Yeah, I still find ways out.
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, at the time as a kid, I thought it was fun, but as I get older now, I realize like, you know, I was just childish, so I had to grow up out of
Right.
it. Yeah, and a lot of people, you know, they have to grow up out of it in some way.
I feel that. I feel that. So it's some let the people know where to find the music, where you from, what if they want to do features. Just let them know everything right now. I guess you got in trouble. Hey yo, it's your boy Rapper Rico Bee in the building. YTG TV. That was Rico Bell. We working. From Texas.
Television, YTG, YTG, television, YTG.